Hey, welcome back. Today is April 5th, Monday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into Scale Network Token, SKL, USD, and see what has gone on in here, I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 US. And I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me where the money could be trading into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Today, we have Bitcoin dominance down over 1% again today. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action up over 1%. Total altcoin market cap up over 4%. Now, this is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. I will usually see total altcoin market cap leading in gains ahead of Bitcoin. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending upwards, the upside of that, I will usually see Bitcoin leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. Let's go over to the weekly time frame for Bitcoin dominance, which is now my focus. Now, we did make a lower low from yesterday's weekly candle close, okay, at about 58%, which was also that level I was talking about, because the last low here on this side is about 58% as well, however, with a lower RSI reading at about 27 there, okay? I did say that this level is significant because I am looking out for bullish divergence. Now, we did start with a new low here, okay? We're currently about 57%, slightly above there. And we're currently at about an RSI reading of about 34 here, so still some way to go to actually beat this RSI reading of this last RSI reading of about 27 to negate bullish divergence. Now, if bullish divergence play out here and we actually do get a bounce, not as ideal for the altcoins overall. However, if Bitcoin dominance continues downwards, that's generally speaking better for the altcoins. Let's go over to Bitcoin. On the weekly time frame here, as I have pointed out, there was still bearish divergence, and I think it's still playing out right now. We did get 2 consecutive higher highs, however, 2 consecutive lower highs here. The safer signal I am looking for to see that this bearish divergence is done playing out would be getting a higher high on the price action chart and a higher high on the RSI. So I'm looking for a beat of the last RSI reading of over 75 here, of about 75 here, okay, to get a higher high on the RSI. And as a potential safer signal that this bearish divergence on the weekly time frame is done playing out. Monthly time frame, we have been having bearish divergence for quite some time, and now we don't even have a red candle yielded like we did yesterday for this month's candle, okay. So we have not yet had a red candle, and this bearish divergence on this monthly time frame has still yet to play out. Not something I'll lose track of, because when it actually does play out, look at what happened the last 2 times. We did get overbought RSI reading or bearish divergence as well, so not something I'll lose track of. And if Bitcoin pulls back at any time, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That bearish effect will be greater if Bitcoin dominance is trending higher. Let's take a look for one more time frame here on Bitcoin. Resistance at about 60K. Next resistance at about 62K. Key support, daily 21 MA, which has been holding up the price action for quite a bit, which is also the blue line. If that does not hold, the daily 50 MA, which is the white line. Let's go over to Scale Network. Let's take a look from the monthly time frame down to the daily and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly time frame here, we don't have a reading, so let's move on. Weekly time frame here, we're currently about over 74 here, and if the price action wants to make a higher high here, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of over 86 to negate bearish divergence. 3-day time frame here, we're currently at about 65, and very similar thing could be said about possible bearish divergence on the 3-day time frame. On this time frame here, if the price action wants to make a higher high, I'll be comparing with this last high here, which had an RSI reading of 87 almost. Daily time frame here, we're currently about 57 almost. And very similar thing could be said as well as possible bearish divergence, and I'll be comparing with this high with the last RSI reading of about over 86 here. Let's take a look into what could be going on and do a recap since last time. Since last time, I did say there was a possible ascending triangle pattern that could be developing, and I was lacking that second swing down to the bottom trend line. Now, we did get that second swing down, and I did adjust my bottom trend line according to my, comparing to my estimated bottom trend line last week. Okay, it is slightly lower. Now, ascending triangle patterns, this is a possible scenario here, and we do have a validated ascending triangle pattern, and I'm saying it's a possible scenario because we do have two scenarios here still. Now, ascending triangle patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 63% chance of it breaking to the upside. If it breaks to the upside, the measured target here, I would just say the top trend line here is going to be $1.10 because that's also psychological resistance. And even though these 2 wicks are a little bit shy of $1.10, I think it still makes sense to put the top trend line here at about $1.10. Bottom of the pattern here is about 50 cents, so that's a difference of 60 cents. Adding it back on top of $1.10 will give me approximately $1.70 measured targets. Now, measured targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. That is the bullish pattern that I do see on this chart right now. Something I will not ignore now, though, is that we do still have a double top pattern as well. Okay. Now, this double top pattern, the neckline would be 50 cents. And the measured target here, which is taken by the neckline to all the way to the top of the pattern, and then deducting it below the neckline, I think that would actually give you a negative number. Okay, so let's see how likely would that be playing out. It'll be 50 cents minus the difference between 50 cents to about all the way up here. Okay, so it's quite high. Let's see if this would actually be happening. Okay. Let's take a look into some of the key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance first at about the 85 cents fib level area, which is right above the price action right now, 85 cents fib level area. Next one, $1.10, which is also the top trend line of this ascending triangle pattern. Next up will be slightly under $1.30 here coming from this wick, under $1.30 here. Key support will be about the 70 cents fib level area. Daily 21 MA, which is also pretty in line with that 70 cents fib level area as well. Next up, about 60 cents fib level area. and then the daily 50 MA and seeing if that holds. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks above the pattern and go towards measured targets, minding the resistance level that's right here, a little bit below $1.30. After that, after $1.30, I could potentially guess some psychological resistances that could be resistance levels, such as whole numbers where traders are likely to take profits, perhaps at $1.50. Okay. So that's what I could guess after $1.30, since we don't have any past trading history here to refer to, so I can only guess from psychological resistance. Bearish case scenario. Price action breaks this bottom trend line here. The next level of key support I'll be looking at would be about the 60 cents fit level area. In that case, I do think this ascending triangle pattern would not be intact from this snapshot. Okay. So if price action breaks this bottom trend line, that would be the bearish case scenario. The next level of key support will be the 60 cents fit level area. And then if that does not hold, the daily 50 MA, depending on where that would be at that time. Okay. And then finally, the neckline of that double top pattern, about 50 cents, which I'll be more cautious of if the price action actually gets to that neckline. Okay. That would tell me that the double top pattern may actually do play out, and see if that measured target would actually be reached. It would essentially take it down to 0. Let's see how likely would that be playing out. Okay, I will have to see how the price action reacts at every key support level. But I do have to point it out because it is there. So hypothetically, it could still play out. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you find it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.